in 14 months of parenthood, I've learned that I'm a lot stronger than I thought I was. What have you learned in your time as a parent?
One thing I've learned since becoming a parent, there comes this point, maybe a month or two before you give birth, where this horror sets in. You're like, oh my God, this baby's gonna be here. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do any of this stuff. Maybe you've read a million books, but you still are so scared, and then the baby comes home and it's so little and fragile, and you have to trust yourself because you really do know these things somehow, and the mom is kind of always right.
Yeah, I think that I didn't realize when you bring a newborn baby home from the hospital how much they cry at first. So I was like, oh my gosh, and I kind of panic and think, why is she crying when I'm changing her diaper or changing her clothes? And well, you know what? They're newborns. Sometimes they do cry. Just comfort them as best you can and realize that's just part of being a newborn. It doesn't mean you're necessarily doing anything wrong.
Everyone said that you have to read this book. You have to read this book and this book and this book. And I read every book, and I still felt totally unprepared. Don't rely on a book. The best way to learn is just to, experience it.
I always tell people to write things down. You think, how could I possibly forget the first time she sat up, when she got her first tooth? You can't imagine ever forgetting. Well, I forgot everything practically that I didn't write down.
I think that's a really smart way to just sort of record these little moments.
It takes the pressure off if you just have to, take them for 10 seconds, just get something
before
down
you close
on
your
paper.
eyes, jot something down.
One piece of advice that I got was make sure that you get photos with your baby.
Yes.
Yeah. Even in the beginning in the hospital, and you feel like, oh my goodness, I'm not looking my best at all.
I need to take that advice because I have so many pictures of my husband with my kids, and I have barely any that I'm actually in.
I've learned that I have more love in me than I ever thought I could have. Your heart just grows.
I agree that your heart just grows so much when you become a mom, and it's really busy, and I think one of my sayings to my friends is, I can't do this today, but somehow I'm going to do it anyway, because it's so amazing really how much a mom can do in a day.
Yeah, and like I said, I've been a parent for 14 months, so I have many lessons ahead of me. I think the main lesson I've learned is more about me than about my child. I'm not gonna be perfect every day, I'm gonna make mistakes, but as long as my baby is healthy and safe and happy, it's been a successful day.
Yes, that is so true.